Where were you? You weren't filming anything.
Oh, well, I'll tell you why I wasn't. In a totally not shocking turn of events, Sue did not tell me that the call was coming, did you?
Oh, my.
No.
We were coming out of Austin's wedding.
I told you just
No.
like a couple minutes before.
Lies. You know she didn't tell shit.
I believe Megan.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got a very special episode for you today, celebrating our dear Sue. That's why I'm doing the open today.
Again.
If you're used to, another one.
Enough celebrating our dear Sue.
No, you're the only one that feels that way. If you were expecting to hear
It's called
Sue,
childhood trauma.
yeah, we're
know if you've
working
heard
through
of
it.
it.
We're working through it. Okay. If you're expecting to hear Sue's voice in the open today, because that's the voice that you always hear, psych, I'm starting the show off. By the time you hear this, Sue will have been inducted into yet another Hall of Fame, the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. We will have attempted to eat our way through Tokyo, and honestly, I can already say, we're going to crush it. 7-Elevens are going to hate to see you coming. That's all you've been saying.
So we're going to Tokyo. By the time you listen to this, we'll be in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to eat everything I see in that 7-Eleven. I got to try it all.
I believe you.
They hit my algorithm so hard. All these videos of people trying the egg sandwich. I don't know, the make-it-yourself soup situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having it all. I can't wait.
We have a really special guest on today, Sue.
We do. Swin Cash.
Swin Cash.
Honestly,
what a name.
What a name.
God.
What a name. The government name is Swintala Marie
Even better.
Cash. Swintala means astounding woman, which makes total sense because Swin is truly astounding. I just know her simply as my college roommate, somebody who I used to battle in the dorm room. I mean, battle. Forget.
You two being roommates is
It's a show.
Who's more stubborn?
Oh God, I don't even know. It's a TV show. It's a TV show. Forget battling on the court. The air conditioning battles that Swin and I would get in. Swin likes it hot, and I actually like it. I feel like normal.
We do a little bit of battling.
I like it I don't know, in a hotel, I'm like 69, 70, probably 70.
It's a little warm for me. Yeah.
Swin, 75, easy. If it
Ooh,
went higher, she'd go
sweating.
higher. So in our dorm room, you had to, this is back in the year 1999. No, it was literally like 2000. The way it was set up, you called in this number, you put in your social security number. That's how they knew what room you were in.
What?
Oh, yeah. Full social security
Government
number.
identification
Literally.
is nuts.
And then an electronic voice would ask, what temperature do you want it to be set at? And this is how you control the thermostat. The range was 75 to 69. In the middle of the night, I'd have to be like, boop, 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 boop. Social security number, boop, 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 boop. It would be on 70. The current temperature is 75. What would you like to set it at? And I'd be like, 69 pound. Wake up the next day, midday, go back on. Swin would have it back up to 75. It was a constant battle. Forget basketball. It got heated in that dorm room. She had a George Foreman grill. We didn't have a kitchen. She would be making burgers in their George Foreman all the time. They were good too.
Yeah.
They were good too. No, Swin and I go way back, more like family than anything else. So I'm super excited to have her on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Will you indulge one more story? There's so many stories that I can't tell. Honestly, there's so many stories I wouldn't want her to tell either. So what's fair is fair.
Yeah, tread lightly.
So our freshman year, preseason, hardest thing you're ever going to experience is preseason your freshman year. I don't care what sport you play.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 a.m. workouts. You had to be there at 6
So dumb.
to be ready by 6:30. Swin started complaining because her teachers, I should say, started complaining because she wasn't making it to her 8 a.m. class, which made no sense. We were done by 7:30. There's plenty of time here. Why aren't you making it to your 8 a.m. class? So the coach's response, I think Swin thought, if I tell them about this complaint, then we'll maybe they'll move it to a different place or it'll get a different time. No, what'd they do? Moved it earlier. So now we had to be there at 5:30 for a 6 a.m. start. So Swin could get more time to get ready for class.
What was she doing?
One particular day, we're walking. I didn't have 8 a.m. class. We're walking back, take a different route. Who knows where we're going? Probably to get some breakfast somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We see Swin just posted up on a bench, just sitting. just tired and sitting. And we're like, Swin, like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I get so tired on the way to class that I just sometimes have to sit. We're like, and that's why you're late? So we're now getting up 30 minutes earlier because your ass can't make it? That's Swin. That's
Wow.
Swin. Swin
The mid-walk
is,
sit down is, I mean, I've been there, but.
yeah. For those that don't know, Swin is, I mean, highly accomplished on the court, off the court, you name it. She's also literally one of the funniest people. And she doesn't even mean to be.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. Those are like the best kinds of funnies. You don't even mean to be funny and you're hilarious.
Constant.
And that is Swin Cash. I mean, she got us with a funny, or so she thought.
Yeah, when she hurled that baby joke at us, we were like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, she's like, did you catch it? I'm like, no,
No.
let that one fly right
No.
by.
That thing is floating in the ether somewhere. Joke withstanding, we are really excited to have her on. She's kind of like the OG former player, built business, getting into a bunch of other things like herself. I feel like she was maybe not the first, but one of the first to like really do that and like have a
100%.
whole second career on her hands that stands apart from her illustrious career even. So we're pumped to have her on. I'm Megan Rapinoe.
And I'm Sue Bird. This is A Touch More. Let's get into it.
Let's do that. Support for A Touch More comes from Icy Hot. It's time for your comeback. An Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm is made to target your troublesome aches and pains, so you can get your body back to moving the way it's meant to. The Massage Balm targets multiple pain receptors to give you next-level pain relief versus menthol-only products. Ice works fast and heat makes it last. Plus, its moisturizing formula includes cocoa butter and avocado oil and leaves your skin feeling soft and hydrated. Don't let pain stand in your way. With Icy Hot, you're so back. Buy Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm online or at a retailer near you. Support for A Touch More comes from Google Pixel and the all-new Google Pixel 10. With Google Pixel's most powerful chip, unbelievable camera quality, and mind-blowing AI with Gemini, there's never been a better time to get outside of your comfort phone. It's got Magic Q, the time-saving feature that gets you the right info when you need it. Plus, a built-in camera coach that helps guide you on how to take the best pic. And you can generate videos of pretty much anything you can imagine with Gemini. Head to the Google Store now to learn more about how Google Pixel never settles.
Gemini mobile app availability varies. Check responses. Internet connection required. Magic Q availability varies. Camera coach results may vary. Subscription required and availability varies for VO3 video generation. Users 18 and up.
Sue, you're inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in June. By the time you hear this episode, she'll be the newest inductee into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. You are being inducted with Sylvia Fowles and Maya Moore, obviously, played against them and with them for a very long time. What has this whole process and year been like for you, for someone who just absolutely loves this kind of direct focal point attention on herself and on her career and on all of her accomplishments?
I mean, I didn't even like birthday parties as a kid. So you could imagine
Tough.
what this year's been like. No, actually, I've gotten a lot better at it. I've
I
gotten
can
better
attest to
at
that. I
taking
can
it
attest to
in,
that.
enjoying the moment. Yeah, being the focal point can be tough at times, but this really is, I mean, truly once in a lifetime. All of these experiences, all of these Hall of Fames, the street being named, the statue, you name it, right? I know that I can't get these types of moments back. So even though there are times when I want to shy away, I've been fully like front facing and taking it all in, and it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful to share it with different people in my life, friends, family, former coaches, former teammates, the city of Seattle, University of Connecticut. I can go on and on and on and on. When you get groups of people from all parts of your life to come together, that's really the celebration. Yes, there are times where they're celebrating something specific in regards to me, but the celebration is really just getting everybody in the same room because it's so rare. So I've really been enjoying that.
Yeah, I feel like watching you through all of this. I mean, being here through the whole last couple of years, your retirement year, and you were still playing at the same time, obviously, so that's just harder. But I feel like you're such a great connector of people, and you always have been. And there was a moment when we were in Seattle, and I just I knew that you were having a great time because I hadn't seen you in 2 hours, but we were in the same place. What has it meant to be able to really just have an excuse and a reason to see all of these different people in your lives and in your life and connect all of these different points in your life?
Yeah, it's been great. You never know when or if it's going to happen. I mean, I think there's always a gift and a curse at times to different occupations, let's call them. I think the curse, the gift of being a professional athlete is the people you come in contact with, the places you get to travel, how wonderful. And then the curse is you develop these deep relationships. You go through so much with these people. And then generally speaking, you don't live near them.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, you don't even get to see them often. Of course, you might have people that you're closer with that you stay in touch with and do a better job staying in touch with. But then there are those that just naturally, there's some separation. So with these events, I mean, you mentioned it, I was bopping all over the place.
Bopping.
I mean, I was seeing,
Yakking.
I can't even, it was literally all walks of my life in one room. So it's been really cool, like I said, to bring everybody together and to celebrate in that way, because you just never know when or if it's ever going to happen. So being able to use these milestones selfishly to get people in the same room has been cool.
Yeah, you had all of your WNBA coaches.
I know.
Minus
And Donovan. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Every single one of them was in the room.
Yeah, that was
or in the
that was
arena.
kind of just wild in general to have them all in the same place.
Noe was coaching.
Yeah.
Dan Hughes was doing the
game
that day, the TV. Yeah. He was doing the commentating for the TV. And then Brian, Lynn, and Jenny were all in the building.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Ann was there in spirit.
For sure. What has it meant for you to bring this franchise into all of these moments with you? It seems in so many ways you've done so much to bring the Storm onto such a national stage and all the championships, and the Storm is just synonymous with you. And I feel like you're bringing them into the hall with you. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think I'm bringing everybody into the hall with me.
True.
I surely didn't get there by myself.
True.
My doctors, yeah, I feel like the Seattle Storm organization really gave me a home, gave me the opportunity to grow on the court, off the court, the city itself, the fan base. But it hasn't been easy I would imagine, it hasn't been easy to be an owner of a WNBA team. There's a lot of highs and lows, I think, throughout the course of the last 25 years. So for them to have stuck by the team, stuck by me, it's only right to kind of go arm in arm, be locked in that way and go into the Hall of Fame and represent them.
Has there been anything that surprised you in all of these things? Maybe about yourself or just about the process in general?
Surprise me. There haven't been a ton of why do you have one?
No, you're maybe I do love attention.
Maybe
No.
this isn't so bad. No, not, there hasn't been anything that sticks out as a huge surprise. I think more so it's just been these reminders of, you see someone and you're immediately reminded of the impact that they had on you. Mm-hmm. And there's been some scenarios where people have shared the impact that I had on them, right? And then you think of just different moments that you experience. The 2008, this is totally, this is a little bit of a hard right here, but the 2008 men's Olympic team also went into the Hall of Fame. So it's part of our class. So you mentioned Syl, Maya, Carmelo, Dwight, Mickey, Danny, Billy, and then the 2008 men's Olympic team. And that's the Beijing Olympics. We spent a lot of time together. A lot of time together. Chris Bosch had a camera that whole time, a camera you're currently rocking. He was doing that back then. I would pay to see these pictures. Do you want to know my memory of that Olympics with the men's team? So when I saw the men's team in Springfield, this was what I thought. All of them, meaning Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh, and then a little bit of Carmelo. Although he had signed an extension, so he couldn't really be in this conversation. We're all talking about how if they opted out of their contracts, they could be free agents and join the same team.
Oh, God.
So I was at the beginnings of the Miami Heat. Not one, not two, not three.
Wow.
So that's so random, but I was
surprised
just
for the
reminded.
listeners then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that was so random, but a reminder of, all the places you go and the experiences you have and the moments I was literally courtside for lack of a better, I always say that. And, that's just a silly one. There's so many like meaningful, again, impactful ones that come to mind as well.
Are you ever going to write another speech again?
Absolutely not.
Are you done?
I've got no more stories. I'm already running out of stories on this pod, if we're being honest. I have no more stories. There's only one career, so I can't.
You're done.
God, I had a wonderful time writing all these speeches. I did get help on this last one because I was like, oh God, I've already told all my good stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody enjoyed.
You're done.
And it's tough. Do you name all the names? Do you name no names? Do you name some names?
I know.
You got to give shouts.
I know. Are your nieces finally impressed with you?
Absolutely not.
No. Like less? They're like enough, less?
They have no concept. Honestly, for those that are Nike athletes, you know this. You have an account with Nike Elite and you get to
Shout
go
out.
on there, get to shopping. Obviously, my sister also has access to this account, which means my nieces basically go school shopping. They go shopping for everything.
Yeah.
But I get the emails.
Yeah.
So it's my
Same.
account. When somebody else shops on it,
Yeah.
I'm notified. I get the emails. I got an email the other day. It was like a t-shirt, a pair of sneakers, a Paige Bueckers jersey.
They don't even
They
know
don't
you.
give a shit who I am.
They're like, yeah.
My jersey's
Do you know
on there.
Paige?
In fairness, they do have an entire rack
Yeah.
of my jerseys, but yeah, they've moved on. They've
It's
moved
completely.
on, and it makes sense. They're not going to remember me playing.
No.
We've talked about it on this show. I
They
do
were
remember
like,
that.
It was like years,
Yeah, they're
decades
like,
before they were born.
Whoa, you won in college? Yes.
And then you show them the highlights and they're like, what?
I don't even know if they're impressed by those anymore.
Okay, so can I put you through a little Seattle rapid fire?
More about me? Fine.
Yeah. She loves it. Best non-championship moment.
Oof. One more year. One more year. That was a good one.
Oh, that's cute.
That was a good one.
That was really sweet.
When the Storm fans in 2021 chanted one more year.
Wow.
And
Well, I hope this
I
isn't.
came back.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you got to give people what they want. Well, hopefully this isn't the same one, but it might be. Best fan moment. Obviously,
fan
one more
moment.
year.
Yeah.
Second best fan moment.
So we just saw Tanisha Wright recently. Chicago was in Seattle.
Yeah.
Had dinner with T. And T is actually the one that first told me about this. I was like, I had hit a couple of like clutch shots, I think against the Phoenix Mercury, and a fan nicknamed me Die Bitches. Because it was like every shot that I was hitting against their team, it was like as if I was saying, die, bitches. And so that somehow stuck. I still to this day have random people come up to me and be like, you know that some people call you die bitches. I'm like, yeah, well, we say DB in public. So
Yeah.
sue DB Bird. Sue
Wow.
die bitches Bird. That is a true story
Sue.
told to me by Tanisha Wright that to this day has stuck. That is one of my favorite fan moments.
That's an all-timer. I love
Yeah.
that. Best Seattle breakfast. Sue,
Oh.
for everybody who doesn't know this already, which would be insane, is obsessed with breakfast. You've never missed breakfast.
Never.
Literally, in all of the years that we've been dating, you wake up, you pound the pavement about it. It's like, where are we getting breakfast? You don't want any kind of alternative breakfast
No.
either.
No, I want eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to.
I mean,
And I will find the all-day breakfast place in any city, anywhere, which now is so easy. But,
Yeah.
rewind 10, 15 years.
yeah.
It wasn't so easy. They
Yeah.
had that like 10, 11 o'clock cutoff.
Yeah.
In Seattle, I would go Lola,
Mm.
tip-top breakfast. But we've been going to St. Bread. And that breakfast
Mm.
sandwich is legit. We've got some
Really
really
good.
good pastries, too.
Favorite Seattle restaurant?
Oh, God.
I know.
Like all
Hard
time?
hitters. It could be
Favorite
like
Seattle
in your
restaurant.
memory or just like the food you love or.
Yeah, it's hard. I've said this one before. How to Cook a Wolf is like one of my very first favorites. But now we just go to Betty.
Oh,
Betty's
love Betty.
our local spot. We love Betty. I say just because it's like a walk away.
Favorite year living in Seattle.
In Seattle? Oh, God. 2010 was a really fun year. We won that year. We had a great group. We got along so well, super tight. That's the OG7 group chat that still is around to this day,
Yeah.
thriving. We just had such good vibes on and off the court. And I was, 29 going on 30. You're in your prime in so many different ways. I was single.
Oh, she was really
Get it, girl.
hitting the town.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, perfect follow up. Best oyster.
I forgot her name. No, I'm joking. Ew.
Megan?
Walrus? Wallace and
Yeah.
the Carpenter.
Oh, good one. Perfect. Best Storm jersey.
Ooh. Best Storm jersey. So I actually got to pick the jersey for my statue. And I chose the most recent one, which is now that we have it in white with like a green kind of like trim on the top and then green with the yellow trim on the top. So I chose that one. I'm not even sure it's my favorite, but I did like the cut. It felt modern and it just said Storm on it. If I went by like cut and feel, I really liked the uniforms we wore in like 2018, 2019 and in the bubble. Those like fit well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all look good in those.
Yeah, those fit well.
The bright yellow one I liked a lot.
Yeah, the bright yellow one was dope.
Yeah.
So that might be my favorite. And then, you got to give a shout to the OG. I played in the like OG WNBA jersey. It could literally be worn as a blanket. It's ginormous. I had to tuck it in at the tops. It was huge.
What's your favorite thing about Seattle?
It's a late bloomer. Seattle is a
Indeed.
late bloomer in the day. So you wake up, particularly in the summer, really only in the summer, you wake up. So actually the answer is the summers. And then the second answer is how it's a late bloomer. You wake up, whatever, 8, 9, 10 a.m. The day gets going. It could be like kind of nice out, but crisp, not cold, but like, and all of a sudden, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, by 2 o'clock is really when it hits. Seattle weather starts at 1, hits its best like 2, 3, 4, and then starts to dial back down into the 5, 6, 7, 8 range. And I just love that it's a late bloomer and then it stays bright out pretty much till like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, really late.
So I love that about Seattle.
Yeah,
I love
the
that the
afternoon.
mornings are kind of lazy and you're just getting going in it. And then early afternoon, it hits its peak.
All right. That's all I got for you on the
Okay.
Seattle Rapid Fire.
Well, I'm going to do a little game. You've been grilling me, so now it's my turn to grill you. A little 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, no.
Sue Bird edition. How well does Megan know this oyster? Okay.
We're like, how good is my memory? Let's make this
These are all basketball related.
Oh.
2 truths and a lie. 2 of these are true. 1 of them is a lie. I have received 2 technicals in my WNBA career. Number 2, between UConn and the Storm, I've only come off the bench twice. Number 3, in college, I scored the very first basket in the brand new Alaska Airlines Arena where the UW women play. 2 truths and a lie. Which one is a lie?
Wow.
Number 1 is technicals, number 2 is coming off the bench, and number 3 is scoring the first basket ever at Alaska Airlines Arena.
Okay, I think the off the bench is true.
Okay. So now you're choosing between 2 techs, first basket.
I think first basket is true. I don't think you've gotten 2 technical fouls. False. That's a lie.
Incorrect. I have gotten only 2 technicals in my whole WNBA career.
When?
It happened.
You didn't even get one when you wiled it out about your mask. Mai was so nice to you.
I did score the first basket ever. I did.
At a real game?
Yeah, we played UW my junior year, and they were opening their brand new arena.
What?
Yeah, and my team was taking bets on who was going to score the first basket, and nobody picked me. And when I heard that, I was like, "I'll show you." Got off the tip, got the ball, scored.
Well, you're like, I'm the point guard. The ball's going to be in my hands. I'm going to ensure that it's me. Wow.
Basically.
Okay.
So the lie is that I've only come off the bench twice. I've never come off the bench in my UConn history or my Storm history. I've started every single game.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
All right. Second one. Number 1, my career high in assists is 16. Number 2, I didn't miss a free throw in my final WNBA season. And number 3, I only lost 6 college games. 2 truths and a lie.
You missed a free throw in your final WNBA season.
My career high is 16 assists. I didn't miss a free throw in my final season. I only lost 6 games in college. Those are your options. Which one's a lie?
The free throw is a lie.
And incorrect.
Your whole entire WNBA season.
Yeah, I think I shot like 12. I didn't even qualify for like score leaders.
Yeah. Well, it threw me off because it's
What?
the assist one.
No, it's not. My career high in assists is 16. I didn't miss a free throw in my final WNBA season. And I only lost 4 games in college, not 6.
Well, I really nailed it, folks. Wow.
You did. You killed it. You absolutely killed it.
Yeah, more like
You know who would have gotten all of those right? Our next guest. Swin would have gotten all of them right.
Yeah.
Our next guest we just saw in Seattle at the statue unveiling, and we just wanted more time with her. I'm going to have to tell her that to her face.
Yeah.
A 2022 Naismith Hall of Famer, 2-time national champion, 3-time WNBA champion, 4-time WNBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist ×2. Her number 32 is retired by the UConn Huskies, and Swin is doing me the honor of presenting me at the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Aww.
Very excited. So please welcome Swin Cash. Support for A Touch More comes from Icy Hot. You're resilient. That's how you've gotten through even the most grueling workouts. You keep pushing no matter what comes your way. So the last thing you want are those post-workout pains that hold you back from tackling your next one. But with the right treatment, you can address your aches and injuries and make your comeback. All it takes is a mixture of cooling and warming sensations, plus targeted pain relief. And that's exactly what the Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm offers. It's a round, solid balm made with an easy grip design, so you can work it directly onto the problem area. The massage combined with the Icy Hot formula makes for a powerful, fast-acting pain reliever to soothe your troublesome post-workout joint and muscle aches. The formula contains 2 maximum strength ingredients that target multiple pain receptors. And on top of that, it moisturizes the area with nourishing cocoa butter and avocado oil, leaving your skin feeling soft and hydrated. Don't let pain stand in your way. You've earned your comeback. And with Icy Hot, you're so back. Buy Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm online or at a retailer near you. Support for A Touch More comes from Google Pixel. When it comes to upgrading your phone, you could settle for the same old, same old. Or you could decide it's time to get outside of your comfort phone with the Google Pixel 10. So what does a phone that never settles look like? It looks like an industry-defining camera with a new built-in camera coach that guides you on how to get the very best from every shot. It looks like unprecedented time-saving tools like Magic Q, which can help pull up the right info right when you need it. It looks like being able to share your camera in Gemini Live to have a back-and-forth chat about what you're seeing. And it looks like mind-blowing video generation, which allows you to create videos of practically anything you can imagine in Gemini simply by describing it. Head to the Google Store now to learn more about how Google Pixel never settles.
Camera coach results may vary. Magic Q availability varies. User 18 and up. Check responses for Gemini Live. Compatibility and availability varies. Users 18 and up. Subscription required and availability varies for VO3 video generation. Users 18 and up.
Hey, Swin, welcome to the show.
Hello. Happy to be here.
We just got a little dose of you in Seattle, and we needed a little more.
Yes,
a lot more.
yes. You know, somebody said to me that that you said to be with Swin is an experience. And then they said, well, what does that mean? And I said, I don't know. You should ask Sue. So thank you.
Well, luckily you didn't hear the intro of this whole pod because I did tell a couple stories.
Oh my! See,
And that is the experience. I talked about they were the funny ones. I talked about our air conditioning battles.
Tough.
Tough. The thing, honestly, to be around both of you is an experience because it's like you're doing and saying the thing that you're doing, which is just a setup for this other thing that you want to be saying and doing, which is just like 2 layers into like your meta plan of like what's going on. You guys are just both just always, that's why the jokes are always hitting, the stories are always flowing.
Imagine that in like a 10 by 10 dorm room.
Yeah.
Just bouncing off each other.
I mean,
All the time, yes.
I did bring
so
up
funny.
the George Foreman grill as well. Sorry.
To which she was like, the burgers were good. I loved them.
The burgers were good.
I loved them.
It was good times. All right. Let's get into the interview. Swin, you are also a Hall of Famer, Naismith Hall of Fame. I mean, all the Hall of Fames. Do you have memories about getting the call and just like going into the Hall of Fame itself?
Yeah. So I think for both, right? I think you kind of remember where you're at. But I think the last one and going into the Naismith was really interesting because at the time, like Sire was young and I'm still kind of feeding and all the things. And they're just giving you a random time. I'm like, well, my kid's going to wake up like So at the time that they called, Steve's like filming, and I'm literally in the middle of like changing the diaper, breastfeeding, trying to do all these different things. And it was just part of the journey of like where you are right now. So you're a basketball player, now you're a mom. And so you received the call at that time. It's pretty cool.
Where were you? You weren't filming anything.
Oh, well, I'll tell you why I wasn't. In a totally not shocking turn of events, Sue did not tell me that the call was coming, did you?
Oh, my.
No.
We were coming out of Austin's wedding.
I told you just
No.
like a couple minutes before.
Lies. You know she didn't tell shit.
I believe Megan.
All of a
I thought it was
sudden,
Megan.
she's like on the phone, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, thank you." And I'm like, "We were in the car. You didn't tell me.
Okay, fine, fair.
Come on,
I take it back.
You saw
Sue.
me at the statue. You knew I would. I'm content wag.
You are content.
I'm on it.
Sue,
Well,
that's
shout out to-
extreme. That's
I know.
extreme.
I just, yeah.
But it's
It
so
is what it
you,
is,
so
guys.
I
We all
love
know
that. I know.
It is
I
what
know.
it is.
That's why we
part
love
of,
you.
That's part of my experience. Experiencing me.
Yeah.
Is experiencing
Yeah.
not knowing anything.
Yeah, I'm
Until
like,
5 minutes
When
beforehand.
did this happen?
I know, I get shy and weird about it. Anyways, back to Swin. I mean, when you think about that call, like what a moment where you're celebrating your past, but you're able to do it with essentially your future. You already mentioned Sire being a baby. You have another son, Saint, Steve, your husband. So you're now getting to share that with them. When you look back on your career, like what moments do you think shaped you the most?
I think for me, honestly, what shaped me the most throughout my career was probably the peaks and valleys of it all, right? Like some people would be like, man, like I wish I didn't go through that. I actually am happy of every single thing I went through in my career because I got to experience like the mountaintop. I got to experience the struggle. And I actually think now it's made me a better mom, a better businesswoman. Like it really just changes you in a way that it prepares you for that next life. So, and you know me, Sue, like I always wanted to smoke anyway. So whether it was playing or off the court, if it was an issue, I'm just there, I'm ready for it. And I think that's helped me. And I think I've grown in a way where now I show up still as myself, but I'm prepared in a different way.
Well, I was going to ask you what advice you have to prepare Sue for her Hall of Fame weekend, but maybe you need to give me some advice because Sue's not going to tell me like 90% of the stuff that's happening. No, I'm kidding. I'll find out eventually. I'll get the itinerary. But what advice do you have for Sue to just kind of like take this weekend in, and how was it for you, the actual day and the honor and going in with other people, all that? What does she need to know?
Yeah. So I will say this because just knowing you, Sue, let everybody else handle themselves. Like you don't have to be on. You just have to just absorb and be in the moment. And I think for me, I actually had a situation that happened, and you kind of noticed, I won't get into details, but you know, I had a situation with a family member, and it was a moment that could have ruined my whole night, because they made it about them. And it was so dope to have like my friends, WNBA sisters, family members, like make a circle around me and be like, we're not doing this. Like you've come too far. And in that moment, I literally exhaled and was like, yeah, I need to be taking this in. Your whole career, it's team, and you're worried about different things. And in this moment, you just want to let people love on you. People, they're having issues with tickets. They're having issues with this or with that. I just had people that were on the outside of me, making sure it didn't get to me. And so that would be my biggest things for you is like, take your flowers, enjoy it. 'Cause like, that's it. Like that door closes and it's going to feel really, really good when you're done with that speech.
Yeah. On it. I'll be security.
I know. Can you do just one circle around me like
Got
this?
it. On it. I'm your circle.
No, it's a really good point. I think I've noticed it just in the last year, having different moments where you have, for lack of a better, gatherings of people. That can happen. There can be distractions. There can be moments where you drift away from it. So to stay present makes so much sense. All right. We're going to switch gears for a second and go to the WNBA season, this WNBA season. Now that you're a quote unquote fan, I'm also a fan. Yeah. How do you like interact with the WNBA? You know what I mean? Like, are you able to watch games? I know for some retired players, they don't want to watch. For others, they're watching literally 15 games a night. That would be me, only because I have 2 podcasts. So like, how do you interact with the WNBA now?
Yes. So I was actually excited this summer to just be a fan, and casually, whenever I was going to catch a game, I was going to go to a game. Like, that's what I wanted to do. Now, granted, I also was moving my family to a whole new state and getting kids into school and all that stuff. But I enjoyed the banter around the W. Like, I was almost consumed. I was like, am I going down a rabbit hole? I have too much time on my hands right now. So like, that was really interesting for me. And I turned down going on some podcasts because I felt like, you know what? I did some more research, and some people were just, it's clickbait after clickbait. But I loved like the purists, the people who have been like also covering the game, who are still around and actually building up the W from that standpoint. So taking a bird's eye view has been a nice little, thing for me.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. I'm joking about watching all the games. I watch when I can, but then sometimes it's nice to get away from it. We did it for so long. So it's like to have like a balance, I think, as a retired player is important.
Sometimes I even find myself like feeling like I'm doing something wrong if I'm not knowing every single thing that's going on. And it's like, I don't even work here anymore.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I didn't because, I'm moving my family across
like we got other
the
stuff.
damn country. Or I'm like on a trip, or like I just forgot and didn't watch it over the weekend. And now like everything is different. And sometimes I'm just like, Megan, it's okay. Girl, you don't even work there.
No. You know what's crazy though? So this is the one that always makes me laugh, because obviously working 6 years in the NBA, my evaluation for talent, coaches, it's just on. It's like one of those things that's triggered. So when I watch the game, it's hard to take myself out of work mode. But there's some players that I stay in contact with, or, whether it's business they're asking me about or WNBA situations. And so I'll try to support them, but the hat comes back on, right? And so I'm looking at the game, and if I have a casual conversation, because Sue, this, Steve's been supporting the W for a number of years, even before kind of like we even got together. And so I love having conversations with him or his group chat. He's like asking me questions about it. And I'm like, this is cool. Like, I like that part of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's women's sports just in general is just like so much more in the zeitgeist and in just like the normal conversation now. Like, it's really fun to consume it on a lot of different levels. You can obviously go hardcore and, get into every single game, but it's nice to just like consume it casually as well. Okay.
Actually, before you get to the next question, what has been your experience in watching the growth? Just like the kaboom of it all. How has that been for you?
It's been beautiful, actually, to be honest with you. I think every generation has kind of figured out how to move it forward or how to sustain it so it doesn't crash and burn. And I think I talked about this before, even the year before just retiring myself in 2016. So a couple years before that, during the CBA negotiations, it was, a lot of people don't realize we were at a pivotal time there where a lot of WNBA players didn't give a damn about playing in the W because they didn't feel seen. They didn't feel supported. The resources weren't there at a certain level. The business wasn't growing, right? And I remember us having to do a CBA that we knew was trash. We knew it was terrible. But I remember when talking with NECA, and she was like the one that was going to be taking over. And that was my generation with me and Ketch and Jane and Tanisha. And it was only like 5 of us really and Kara Lawson having to make a decision for the bigger group because so many people were like, nah, I'm good. I'm playing overseas. And I remember making a statement. I said, I don't like the CBA, but we got to let the next group fight for a better one. And sometimes you got to swallow your pride and realize we're not going to get everything we want right now, but the next group's going to fight. And so when I look at what's happening right now in the WNBA and I see where it's going, and you see the numbers, you see the players, you see the eyeballs on the game, you now have a united front and strength in numbers to go out there and be able to get a CBA done that you all are going to be proud of.
Yeah, I actually can't agree more in that if your CBA as a league isn't trash, like 6 months to a year after you've signed it, it means something's wrong because you want the league to outgrow it.
Yes.
You have to set it up for what you have in the moment, and then you want your league to outgrow it. And the same thing, everything you just said, I think those that were in the CBA negotiations in 2019, 2020, which I was in the room for those ones, we would say the same thing. Because what is everyone talking about now? All the things they don't like about that CBA, but you needed it to to take the step to the next level, and so on and so forth. So if your CBA isn't bad, you're out. You didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Your league's not doing it right.
They're not getting it done.
Yeah, they're all
the only
building blocks. It's all building blocks.
All building
Listen, and
blocks.
the only thing I would say is if I never hear the word again, drafting, I'm going to be good. All right? Because
Yeah,
when
we're
they go into
drafting
drafting, ladies, you listen. I'm going to need you to come back with the same points that we had before you went into drafting.
Yeah, I know. Somehow they
If
get
you know,
deleted.
you know.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, they just totally deleted
Yeah,
10
you're
things.
like, where's the edits page on this? What's happening? Okay, one of the last pods we were talking about, we're going to back to basketball. Not the specific MVP race this year, which it's going to be between three people, Asia Fee and AT, but like the criteria with which people choose their MVP. It's like every year it's kind of something different. Some people have like best team, best player. Some people it's like, oh, you're having a statistical year, whatever. What is how do you think about the MVP of the league? I mean, your experience in the NBA too. You can bring that in as well.
Yeah, I think, you look at it through the same lens. And the beauty in it is that you have a number of people that have a vote. And it's not like analytics, right? Where you're just putting in a number and you're like, oh, here's the MVP. It really comes down to the criteria. And I think a lot of times for, I would say, former athletes and how we view it may be different than somebody who's more of an analytical mind that's a president or GM or whoever that's just doing this. But I would say this. The thing for me, I always look at is one, the consistency, right? Are you playing at a high level? And is your team... Are you elevating your team and your teammates around you, right? Like where that weighs for me heavily, because I think at MVP and a franchise player, as we like to call, on the NBA side and also on the WNBA side, you should be able, there's nights when that person's just going to win you games by themselves. Like they have the ability to hit it into another gear that most can't reach. And so you look at that weighs heavy. And I think across also contributing, not just for me, is scoring. It's like, what are the other areas within the stat sheet that you are touching? It's like elevating players' games, but it's also contributing to the success, the style of play of like how many touches are you getting, your efficiency. Like those things I think matter. And when you're looking from a W standpoint, you have three people who have been playing, I think, at an elite level. You have AT, you have Asia, you also have Fee, right? It's going to come down to, I think, really who has taken that jump. And there's pretty consistent one. I mean, Fee, listen, I don't know how she just took a break, came back, and ain't missed a beat. I said, girl, I didn't came back from an injury. I don't care if it's an ankle or something. Like, it's crazy. And then Asia just having, like, that dominance. And the crazy part is, like, AT really low-key is silent but deadly, consistently. But I think it comes down to, for me, always, I lean back towards the team. Like, if you're just giving me empty numbers and you could be the scoring champ of the league and do all these different things, but if your team is not having success, that weighs for me heavily.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes the decision this year. And it will come down to the last day.
Yeah.
Likely. Especially because I think like the 2, 3, 4, it's very tight in the standings. So it's going to come down to the last day, except for Minnesota. But that's what makes this decision tough this year. Everything you just said, they all have.
Yeah.
They're all like
they're all
elevating their
good.
team. They all have the numbers. So it might just be preference.
Yeah, but then you go to the next thing. Who are the teams that they beat and they played well in those games? Like you got to
Great
start.
point.
Now you start going to the next thing. And
Great
now I'm
point.
like, all right, were you just beating up on the team? Like Chicago was getting beat to death and you put up 40 against them, but you come against head to head. Like those are the other variables that should be in play, but I'm not saying they will be, but should be.
That is an excellent point, and I don't think people talk about that. Forget enough at all. Because the WNBA is so small, I think people forget that there's levels to the teams. There just are. Every year, there's teams on the top and there's teams on the bottom for a reason.
I love the head-to-head comparison. Like, I think sometimes people downplay it. It's like, a game that's like early in the year and it's like, does this mean anything? And like on the one sense, no. And then in every other sense, as a competitor, as a player, if I'm an MVP candidate, if I'm one of the top players and I'm going against, if I'm stewing, I'm going against Fee or Asia or vice versa or AT, whatever, I'm like, nah, I'm winning. I'm winning this. And those players on a Tuesday night in May or whatever, those are the players I feel like where they really separate themselves. They're like, no, I'm winning everything. I love those matchups.
Do you feel the same when they don't play the same position? So if it was like a guard versus a post player? It's still like you're elevating your team.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're sort of head to head in like the matchup and the rivalry. Obviously, if you're, playing the same position, even more. You're like, I definitely want to beat that player and like sort of exert that dominance. But even sort of just in the matchup, it's a great player or it's a TV game or something like that. I'm like, no,
the stakes are high.
I'm performing. Like I am here to entertain and I'm performing in this game. I always love that.
Yeah. But Sue, you also, know this. We play against those teams when we were in Seattle and we're playing against Phoenix. Like, D wasn't always the same position, but let us miss how many assignments on her and you giving those eyes. Lauren, no, don't do what you need to be doing. It's like the competitiveness. It doesn't have to necessarily always be the position, but nah, it's we're shutting her down.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So I like that, Megan. That's true.
Yeah,
it
that's
is true.
fun.
It is true. All right, moving over to a guard that's having a great year, a rookie, Paige Bueckers. Obviously came off a championship with Connecticut. We are two UConn grads. For anyone who needs to hit the fast forward button real fast, if you need to hit that plus 10, plus 10, plus 10 real fast, we get it. Yeah, she knows. She knows the UConn.
Absolutely. I love it.
She knows the N. Hey, you got to teach them right. I expect to see Satan Sire doing that too.
Absolutely.
So funny. So dumb.
What have you seen translate for Paige? She's taken like a really efficient game she had in college, and you're seeing that in the WNBA as well.
Listen, people always say about Paige's game, she goes at her pace, right? She gets to her spots. And that hasn't changed, even with people getting into her, being a little bit more physical. You still see her game translates to the W. And the thing I like about it is even if there's like stretches where she's in the game and like, hey, you know what? She may not have been playing well. She missed a few shots. My girl still was at her pace. I'm like, Paige, is there like the gear gonna switch? Nope. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's efficient, it's effective. And she's just so smooth. I just really, we always knew, and this isn't a UConn thing. If you have followed and watched Paige, you knew that she had that thing, right? You just knew it. And so injuries sometimes, out of sight, out of mind, you get into a situation where people may not know. It's the same thing where they just go to the next thing or they're talking about somebody else. But to her credit, she stayed consistent to be able to come back. You win a national championship, and she's just been rolling on that high. I mean, her game, I love the fact that I can drop my kids off at the barbershop and somebody's yelling, asking me, yo, what you think about Paige, man? She get buckets. I'm like, I love that. That just means the growth of the W, and you have these rookies in the rookie class in general, because I don't want to leave out the two young ladies in DC who've had, really great years as well. Mm-hmm. But Paige has really separated herself. She really has.
Support for A Touch More comes from Icy Hot. You're resilient. That's how you've gotten through even the most grueling workouts. You keep pushing no matter what comes your way. So the last thing you want are those post-workout pains that hold you back from tackling your next one. But with the right treatment, you can address your aches and injuries and make your comeback. All it takes is a mixture of cooling and warming sensations, plus targeted pain relief. And that's exactly what the Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm offers. It's a round, solid balm made with an easy grip design, so you can work it directly onto the problem area. The massage combined with the Icy Hot formula makes for a powerful, fast-acting pain reliever to soothe your troublesome post-workout joint and muscle aches. The formula contains 2 maximum strength ingredients that target multiple pain receptors. And on top of that, it moisturizes the area with nourishing cocoa butter and avocado oil, leaving your skin feeling soft and hydrated. Don't let pain stand in your way. You've earned your comeback. And with Icy Hot, you're so back. Buy Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm online or at a retailer near you. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of growth and just understanding the ecosystem of basketball, you, Swin, honestly, before you were retired, you're already starting to do this. But in your retirement, for sure, you've been able to build businesses. You've been a part of NBA organizations. Well, let's talk about She's Got Time. Can you just tell everybody what She's Got Time is, what your goals are for it, why it's so important for you?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So we started She's Got Time actually going into the Hall of Fame, right? It was just placed on my heart. And I realized at the time that one door was closing with basketball. And you both, Megan and Sue, you both have gotten this, I'm sure. Everybody wants you to be a mentor. They want you to be an advocate. They want to talk. They want to learn. And I realized that as a wife, as a mother for two young boys, and also being in the front office, like I wasn't going to have the time, but I had been blessed to have a number of mentors and people help me. So I came up with the concept of She's Got Time. And what we're trying to do is basically build the premier ecosystem for women with careers in sports. And so that's important to me because I feel like right now everyone is raising the banner about women's sports, rightfully so. The eyeballs are there, but not past this, the female athletes. What we're doing at She's Got Time is targeting women who have these careers. It doesn't matter if you're a coach, you're in the front office. It doesn't matter if you're on the brand side. It doesn't matter which part of you touches sports. We want to help you be able to develop your skills. And so we've taken the last 3 years. Yes, we have an ecosystem where we have an app and they can go download the app, She's Got Time, and become part of the community. Or we also have events that we have throughout the year. And so, from motorsports to basketball to volleyball, you name it, it doesn't matter. If you are a woman that has a career in sports, we want you to kind of grow with us. And, it's important to me that we have a legacy that's past just us playing, because there's so many men out here that are taking jobs. Like, I love guys. I have two young boys. They not even qualify for it. Okay. And there are a lot of opportunities, high paying jobs and ways to scale. But the thing that we don't do, y'all, we don't share enough information. And so I wanted to create this ecosystem that supports women. We're a for-profit. We're not a nonprofit, because when we started the business, the funniest thing, everybody was like, oh my God, you're doing stuff for women. And I was like, here we go. Here we go. So we had to say, no, we are a serious business and how we scale it. So, we're excited right now.
Yeah, Swin, you'll appreciate this. Megan, honestly, probably since the first time we started dating, which was back in 2016, you've always been like, women need to tell each other what they're making. This is silly. Like, we need to tell each other what we're making. We need to understand what's going on. And I know, Swin, that's something that you will hit up the group chat, not always specifically to salary, but like, yo, what was that experience like? Tell me everything. And it's true. We need to share information. That's how we'll get all the ships are going to rise.
Yeah.
No, so much of women's experience, I think especially in sports outside being a player, is like a one of one. And honestly, so many women in elite positions, but like whether you're an analyst and you're the only woman on the team, obviously you have so much experience. You worked in a front office or an organization, one of few women or the only women. Like, there's so much that we just don't know, only because we're not talking to each other, or there's like not enough of us in the break room at the same time, talking about things. I wanted to ask you, though, you've done all of these things. Obviously, I just said you've been an analyst, worked in the front office. You wrote a book, Humble Journey, back in 2013. You're running She's Got Time, all of these things. Is there anything you feel like is like top of mind or on your heart that you want to accomplish? Like, what's next for Swin Cash?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think right now, what I'm really excited about is just being used as a vessel. Like, I get to right now choose what I do next. And that is a very powerful thing, to be able to have that ability. After parting with the NBA team that I recently was with, the easy thing would have been to take the next job without understanding, what did I learn from that last job, and what do I want from my next job moving forward? And how can I take those lessons with me? And so right now, I'm fully focused on scaling She's Got Time. We're about to announce some amazing hires, and I want to see that grow. But I also am going to be very, very intentional about my next kind of career moves, Megan. So I'm glad you asked me this. It's because I want every woman to actually one day be in a position where they get to choose. They get to choose if you want to be in television. You get to choose if you want to go into a front office. Do you want to run a team? You know why? Because I've busted my ass for a number of years and have the institutional knowledge. I have the background and the ability to do the job. And so having confidence in yourself to do that, I want to work with the right partner to get that done. And so we'll see what happens, whether that's front office, NBA, WNBA, we'll see.
She's open, folks.
I want her in the WNBA. I tell her all the time.
I know. Megan, can you talk to her? She's over there
No, I
all
want you
the
to
time.
And I'm like, tell her to come back.
I want you to
No, yeah.
whatever is the best for Swin,
Yeah.
for your family, is actually what I want. But I am going to continue to poke you and joke about you coming back to WNBA.
No, I mean, it is happening.
We
though.
need talent. You're talent.
As women's sports is starting to grow and organizations and franchising, the business around women's sports is starting to grow, we are seeing a lot more of our talent come back in because, like, frankly, there wasn't the opportunities needed, whether it was us in
100%.
media coming back in and just having the opportunity to just talk about women's sports, or, former athletes now being presidents or being, I don't know, maybe you're the commissioner of the league one day. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know.
Said it. I didn't even say it.
I'm just saying.
Super.
Megan said it.
Super.
I didn't even tell her to say
I'm
that.
just saying.
My hands are up.
I don't know. No one knows.
I will say this. I will just say this in all of that is that I am so grateful to actually know what I would need if I actually took a job.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that is important.
100%.
Sometimes
Huge.
people just knowing the resources needed for your own sanity is very important. So I'm happy to know that.
Wildly.
Wait, actually, real quick. So I'm sure you've learned a ton in retirement because of course. But when you think of what who you were as a basketball player, the qualities you possess, the way you approach the game, the way you play the game, and the things you learned from your playing career, what has shown up the most in retirement? Like what has kind of like gone from one to the other?
I would say, and this is crazy, so you're probably gonna laugh at this one, but I realize like what it takes to be like the athlete part of it. And as soon as somebody says something to me, whether it's like, hey, you should coach, or hey, you should do this, I know immediately I'm like, absolutely not. Respectful of that craft. Absolutely not respectful of that. I do that so much. But it's so true. Like I know certain things about myself and I'm just like, no. And to coaching part of it, I know what I could do leading on the court because physically there was something to do with that. Mm-hmm. The mental capacity you have to teach and scale and develop somebody, that's also a different skill set. Mm-hmm. So, I don't care if it's Coach Oriema or anybody else that's like, oh, you should coach. That's a hard no for me. So if there's anybody out there thinking that, let's just end that right now. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Yeah. I get asked to.
Take it off.
Honestly,
Same.
you would probably be a great coach.
I don't
I
want
would be
to,
a
though.
terrible coach. People ask me and I'm like, you just like, you don't, I mean, thanks. Like, I guess it's flattering, but it's also like, you know nothing about me. I would be a terrible coach. Everything's like not about me. What are you talking about?
But that's probably why everyone in this little conversation was really good as an athlete. We knew who we were.
Yeah, I knew who I was.
We knew what we were good
dial
at.
in
But
on
we
it.
weren't.
Yeah.
We were highlighting our strengths, hiding our weaknesses at all times.
Yeah.
That is
And
what
we're
being an
finished.
athlete is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're good with that.
And we're good at that.
And we're good with that. All right, Swin, before we let you go, we like to play bench start cut on our show.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I have put these 3 bench start cuts together just for you. I'm very excited. The first one is a movie edition.
Okay.
So bench start cut these 3. Love and Basketball, Beloved, Bring It On, All or Nothing. For
Evil.
those that don't know,
Evil.
Swin has a cameo in Bring It On, All or
love
Nothing,
that.
the 3rd iteration in the Bring It On series.
Swin was a modern
You
star.
don't even know.
Not in a modern time.
Trendsetter, trailblazer.
Tough.
I'm going to get to that in a second.
Before the
I know.
time. Still get residuals from that movie though. Okay, bench start cut.
Love that.
Bench
I think it's on
start
Netflix.
cut. Listen, Saint asked to see it the other day because Steve was just like you right now and joking. Your mom was in a movie. You hear Rihanna. And Saint's like, what? Let's see it. Okay. I'll go into that another time. Okay. Bench start cut. Start loving basketball. It has to. I just
Agreed.
it's deep in my bench. Shout out to my Huskies, beloved.
B.
Eh.
I know. It's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing. Yeah, cut. Bring it on all or nothing. It's
Fair.
cool.
Listen,
cool.
someone's getting cut every time. Okay, next up, a musical artist edition. Drew Hill.
Don't do this.
Drew Hill, Kirk Franklin, Foxy Brown.
You are.
I know, you got to make them hard, you know? These are inside jokes, obviously.
Yeah.
These.
I'm out on this
Yeah,
whole segment.
Megan, she's not kind.
ruthless.
I just want
This is a tough
she's
one. This is a tough
ruthless.
one.
We're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start Kurt.
Okay.
We have to start Kurt.
He's a Wanda.
He's a Wanda.
He's a bodyguard.
Is he Christian R&B?
No, this is her pregame hype song that I had to listen to 37 times a year. Yeah. Swin sat in front of me on the bus, and all of a sudden you'd see her hands fly up. She had her well, I don't know what they were then, earphones?
They were big.
Yeah,
They were
corded
big,
headphones
yeah.
in. And all of a sudden you see her hands be like, up, 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 up. She's getting into it.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God. Okay,
We're
Kurt starting.
Ooh, Foxy or Drew. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. They say we 7:30. They say we spaz out. UC is ill. We about to wild out. Oh man.
Tough.
Megan, this is tough.
Yeah. But then there's boom.
Yeah, you guys are having a hard time. We're right back in it.
You know what? We're gonna have to bench Drew Hill. We're gonna have to cut Foxy. We'll have to cut. We'll cut her. We'll cut her. She has to go.
All good memories. All right, last but not least, we're doing a sneaker edition.
Ooh.
We're going to show you some slides. We've got, by the way, for those that don't know, honestly, Swin, trendsetter's not even, it's like, is it a trendsetter? Is it a trailblazer? What is it? Swin, everything you're seeing now, Swin was doing. People are like,
she's the trendsetter's
like my
trendsetter.
sneaker game. I love, kicks of the day. This is what Swin was wearing in like her first, these are all Detroit pictures.
Just hooping.
This is all Swin's like first, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years. So we've got the Jordan 2s. Yeah. We've got the Jordan 9s. And then we've got the Jordan 18s. Bench start cut.
I gotta start the 9s because we also won a championship in Seattle.
In Seattle.
I had
You
the black and
all
gold
blacks.
ones.
Yeah, you had the all, black and gold. I remember.
That's a good shoe.
I'm gonna have to bench the 2s.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love the 2s.
I think what are the 2s?
I think you
I
wore the
won a
2s.
championship. I think I won a championship in Detroit with the 2s on.
You probably did. You also wore them that year, whatever year it was, to the All-Star game. And they were
yeah.
Oh, it was like a special delivery. Swin got them like, I feel like right before the game. It was like a special delivery.
I love that.
Yeah, and then we'll have to cut the 18s.
Fair.
But funny story just about that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when Nike then told me that I had to, I don't know who complained. They tried to tell me that MJ said that I could no longer wear the Jordans because I was a Nike athlete at the time. So this is like inside news for y'all. And I was wearing too many Jordans and people were like taking all these pictures of me with the Jordans on. And I was like, yo, I like Jordans. I like Nikes. Cause you remember, Sue, we had, for the Olympics, we were wearing it. What was it? Which ones did we have for the Olympics? The 2Ks?
Yeah.
2004?
Hirachi 2K4s.
Hirachi 2K4s. So I just like changing it up. I was just all about like sneakers at the time.
Yeah. No.
So then I ran into MJ at the. I ran into MJ.
Casually
ran into
Jordan
him.
drop.
He was there with the Kimbe at an All-Star for the NBA Africa luncheon, and so you know me, I was about to just ask him, but then I just went and I turned and I said, "Hi, Mike, I'm Swin Cash." And then he gave me a hug. He's like, "I know who you are." And I didn't ask. I
know what?
I left it alone.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to keep wearing them.
You know what?
It was fine. It was fine. It was
Smart choice,
fine.
Yeah.
And then
Let that
they,
one go.
couple years later, they signed Maya, and I was like, y'all get it. Y'all get it. Oh, now y'all get it. So shout out to Nike and Jordan Brand and everybody that's involved and realized that women do numbers. Okay? So.
Women do numbers. Swin, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's not a joke when you say you're, again, a trendsetter, a trailblazer. You did so much before anybody even thought to do it. And at times, what comes with that? People call you crazy. They look at you side-eye, but you always, diva. They always, you always stay true to yourself. It's something that I feel like I'm most proud of when I watch you just in your journey. You're always just Swin, and you're doing it your way. And you joked earlier how somebody asked me like, oh, what's it like being around? So I was like, oh, Swin's an experience. But the experience is actually both knowing that you know who you are, knowing that you're going to be supportive, knowing that you're going to be challenging, but in a really wonderful way. And that's, I know we always joke about bumping heads and stuff in college, but those are some of the best memories.
I love that. Yeah.
Best memories, best stories. More than anything, I consider you family. And honestly, more than anything, I was telling Megan earlier, you're funny. You don't even know it. You don't even mean to be. And you're like top 3, like LOL deliverer. You are just like constant with the funnies. You tried to get us. You tried to get us with the baby joke.
You got us.
You tried
Did
to
you
get
catch
us.
it?
No, we let it fly by. You tried to get us. But again, so proud of you. Also, thank you for presenting me at the Hall of Fame. Such an honor to have you next to me. So thank you. Love you.
Thank you. And love you too. Love both of y'all.
I mean,
It's just a 20 out of 10 every time.
it's the best.
Do you remember the first time that Swin and I met?
I sure do.
I don't remember.
And she does too.
What airport? We were in Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in Minnesota.
Oh my
going
God.
to the 25th anniversary best players, whatever.
Yeah, like top 20 at 20 kind of a thing, I think it was
We had just
called.
started dating.
Like just.
literally just. We're talking weeks in.
I think you told me I love you on that trip
I
for the
did.
first time.
I did. And a number of people pulled you aside and were like, I'm so happy you're happy. And I was like,
Because we were like holding hands in the hallway.
Yeah. I'm like,
By the way, I
what's
feel like
going
a lot
on?
of people right now are like in the searching it up in the Googles trying to find the timing of all this.
Yeah, completely.
How quickly did she say it? 5 seconds.
Pretty quickly. Anyways, we all shared a cab.
But we had just landed in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Swin
First of
and
all, it
I-
was like at night, and she had a Pepsi and a Crunch Bar, and I was like, I love that. I was eating that Crunch Bar right now. That looks so good. We get in the car, and we're in the back, and she's in the front for some reason, and she kind of like looks back in the. She's like, so. Had you been like single for a long time? It's like, Swin.
Well, first she had started with like, so where are you from? So how many
It was
siblings?
like the second question.
I know, but then it was, oh, so you've been single for a long time?
I was like, no.
She knew exactly.
She knew exactly where she was going with it. I was like, this motherfucker.
But that's Swin. I told you.
Oh, got right
she
to it.
supports
She's-
you. It's everything.
That was
It's
the
all
best.
of the above. And
I
in that
was
moment,
cracking up.
she was having my back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was.
She was like, "Who is dating my friend?
What's up?
What's going on over here?"
What's up?
Yeah,
Loved it.
love Swin.
That was such a great interview. I really enjoyed that. Love Swin so much. I can't wait to see what she does next.
I know.
I love what she was saying too, just about like she's gathering information, her whole career, gathering information about what she likes, what she's good at, what she's not good at. This whole experience post-retirement, she spent a ton of time in the Pelicans organization, doing a bunch of different stuff there, but really like getting into the front office and like running the front office. Now she's going to be able to like really choose based on so much information, like what she actually wants to do and what she's going to be well suited to. I thought that was such a great point of what she said. I love that.
Yeah, I think the best part was how she said, "I have industry knowledge."
Tons
And
of
she
it.
really does. I mean, I can't, you
Yeah.
have to look up everything Swin has had her hands in. Not just in retirement. It started well before that. Whether it's like getting into the communities of each WNBA team she played on, setting up her foundation, even while working for the Pelicans, she was still making appearances on We Need to Talk. So she was just doing so much. So the industry knowledge, when she said that, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know a lot about a lot.
Yeah.
You know a lot about a lot.
And it seems like she will want to stay close to basketball. And I feel like, you know, whether you're working for the team or the league or just in and around it, like it's such a dynamic business in so many different ways. Like the marketing matters, that you know what's going on the court and vice versa, and what's happening with the fans, blah, blah, blah. And she just has her little hands and everything.
She sure does.
Loved it.
You ready for a touch more?
I'm ready for a touch more. We just have a little bit more today.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a touch more, a little bit. Just a touch more.
Yeah. Jeremy Lin retired from pro basketball. He actually showed up at a Valkyries game, which was really cool to see.
Love
He's a
that.
big supporter, always has been. I was overseas when Lin's sanity hit,
Sad.
so I didn't have the full experience. But what I remember is my sister, Jen, who we've had on the show, you know, she's a casual viewer.
Yeah.
She taps in and out of,
Yeah.
NBA. Like, she knows enough to like know enough, but not really know enough. Jen went out, bought a Jeremy Lin jersey T-shirt,
I love that.
and sent it to me in Russia.
Oh.
She was like, "This is so big, you don't understand," and
Wow.
sent me a T-shirt,
Wow.
Jeremy Lin T-shirt. So Lin Sanity was truly one of a. What an amazing experience watching it from afar, seeing the impact. Nuts. I wish he stayed in New York, but you can't have it all, I guess.
Yeah.
From a Knick fan standpoint.
Yeah, I mean,
can't have
I
it
was out on the West Coast at this time, but it was fully out on the West Coast. I mean, it was like such an immersive experience just that time. I guess I'll just say thank you, Jeremy, for lighting our whole world on fire in what was one of the most exciting appointment viewing TV periods
What's he gonna do
in
next?
sports. And then he
That's how
just
it
kept
felt.
doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it well. And he was, I don't know what happened there. But
You went LOL on us.
yeah,
What
Jeremy,
happened?
congrats on an amazing career.
Yeah,
and
congratulations.
a really just like incredible moment in sports history. You're down in the history books forever for that one.
All right, now we're just gonna leave you with a couple shows we've been watching.
Yeah, we have been watching some TV.
We've been getting into our TVs. We took like a hiatus and now we're back. We just finished Untamed,
Yeah.
which I would recommend. I liked it.
I tell you what, we're going to Yosemite. I'll tell you
Going
where
to
we're going.
Mariposa.
Yeah, shout out to the homies in Mariposa, Court and Jared.
And
my
we're-
cousins live out there.
Yeah.
We're going there next year actually for
I know.
a family,
Family
reunion.
reunion.
Yeah,
So I hear.
staying.
Oh, that'll be 8 pods worth
staying
of
with you guys.
information.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, Untamed was good. And we're a little late, but we're watching The Pit.
Oh
And
yeah,
we both really enjoyed
and we
it.
watched Hostage.
Yeah,
The
we
Pit's
watched
great.
Hostage. Hostage, I was like, I liked it. I was in. And then all of a sudden I was like, that's it? I thought there was like a 6th, 7th, 8th episode. I feel like it ended. It felt like an ending, but then it also felt really abrupt. I would still go watch it though.
Yeah,
I'm not that picky anymore. I went through like a picky phase. Now I'm like,
kind of picky.
as long as it's like decent, I'm
The
good. I'm
Pit-
watching.
The Pit is great. We started
Pit's
watching The
great.
Pit a while back, and we got into
like 20
the leg
minutes
break of
it.
the first episode, and I was like,
Megan was
no,
out.
absolutely not. And now we're
Yeah,
fully
it
back
does
in.
have some gore to it at times.
a little bit.
There's some bloody
That's it.
situations. I'm gonna start calling you Crash.
Okay, good one.
If you watch, you'll know.
Really good one.
Hit it.
That's it for this episode. Support for A Touch More comes from Icy Hot. You get things done, and the last thing you need is to put everything on hold for your aches to go away. You can make your comeback now with Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm. It contains 2 maximum strength ingredients that target multiple pain receptors, so you can experience instant relief post-workout. Ice works fast, and heat makes it last. You no longer need to let pain stand between you and your goals. Just massage the Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm directly onto your troublesome aches, and boom, you're so back. Buy Icy Hot Pro Massage Balm online or at a retailer near you.
Thanks to Google Pixel for their support. If you're tired of settling for the same old phone, it might be time to switch to the Google Pixel 10. It's got the time-saving Magic Cue, which gets you the right info when you need it, a built-in camera coach that helps guide you on how to take the best pic, and the ability to generate videos of pretty much anything you can imagine with Gemini. Head to the Google Store now to learn more about how Google Pixel never settles.
Magic Cue availability varies. User 18 and up. Camera coach results may vary. Subscription required and availability varies for VO3 video generation. Users 18 and up.